Is that Eterna City? That's... Wait, hold on. I am in Eterna. Where the fucking... Oh. They're only sold in... I actually flew to the... I looked at the wrong... There was a quick ball on the ground here. That was a gift. They're in a... Hold on. Pastoria...
That's the area that sells them?
Pastoria, Celestic Town... Yeah. Snow Point, actually.
Oh.
Funny enough. I look at the location, not the selling. Snow Point has quick balls. Might as well, if Snow Point has some other good Pokeballs, we might be able to get everything we need out of here. You glorious bastards.
It's beautiful.
Look! The Holy Trinity!
We already had large amounts of all of them.
Hold on. Even. Actually, hold on. First off, because these are just...
I would go up to 30.
No. 36. And... 30 even. And I'll actually just... 30 even. That's all we flipping need to catch a goddamn Dialga. That's all we're going to need. What? The Holy Trinity!
Especially if you do the dumb joke I have done of I always try to catch a Dialga in a timer ball. Because this was the funniest shit to me when I was 11.
So now we need to get through the center cave. And I think one of the better ways to do that is to actually... If you start here, you work... I think it's better to use the Route 208 side. It takes some RNG, but now is like the perfect freaking time to do it. Oh yeah, that cave. I'll pick up some berries on my own time. I know where we are. That! Right there, actually. That's exactly where we need to be.
Oh.
What?
Oh, just what I needed.
Exactly just what I needed. That's funny. Can't remember this game for beans, and yet my brain was specific.
For years, I have always had a theory, and this is fucked up that the human mind works this way, that you remember, like, painful and sort of, like, emotionally draining experiences over happy ones. It's like, you remember the pain of Spirit Pillar or from when you were a dumb child and this place was the most...
Hold on, I need to prove a petty argument.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah, I see what people are complaining about.
What are people complaining that that's really tight?
I was seeing... Now, this is unfortunate. Because of the dumb way the game controls, even if you swap to D-pad, because of the way your character jumps, they kind of didn't account...
Well, shouldn't if you're using the segmented D-pad?
I did D-pad, and people were right. He still jumped at sort of a stupid angle. That's why I was trying to... Yeah. You have to, like, tap. Because, look, when you tap, you automatically walk 2 steps. So you need... Yeah, this is really... Okay, no. I kind of agree. I was seeing if it was as hard as people were making out to be. No, it is really picky. People are right. It's not the worst thing, but it is needlessly complicated for sort of no... Ooh, run around. Ooh, escape rope, nice. If I need to, I will repel in here.
Ah, Chingling. Like one of the worst Pokémon ever. If you say your favorite Pokémon is Chimecho, you're lying to yourself. Should probably start using the repels now. Oh hey, the Bronze Boy!
If we're gonna repel, then I'm going to have to adjust some things. I bought a bunch in case we needed them, but I didn't want to just wait. Alright. Repels can only repel upwards of the highest...
Then put the starter in the fucking front.
That's what I'm doing, cousin. That's what I'm doing. If I'm right, this should be... Yeah. Hold on.
Hallelujah, we're making progress.
No, we're not making progress. This is a bonus item. But it's one of the hardest. See?
Oh, bottle of iron.
Progress is the other way. It's why.
No, like, because of the way the vitamins were changed, that's actually really good. So I guess the other half then.
Progress is up and around.
And here it goes.
What?
I said, and here it goes.
This is my fault. So we came.
We came from this way.
This
So
is why I
up.
hate this stupid cave. Can't
Wait.
go down.
Wait, go up? When I want to see something. Yeah,
It's this.
that's why I was like, wait, I thought I realized that bridge connected. Okay.
And it's like, we're in the right area. It's just, look, it's a loop. You have to be very careful to scoot around there. And you get close, and we're almost out. And this will be the stupid snowy top area if we come up. Yeah. Because they're Team Galactic here. You have to go across the summit. It's a lot of just back and forth. And it's kind of terrible, honestly.
Some would say it's padding.
A little bit.
Yeah.
We're in the right area. Hey, because we don't have to worry about HMs, I don't have to come in here with my half a team, an army of Bidoof that are used to get around in here.
Oh. Actually, because of it being like surf, rock. Because of it being surf, strength, rock smash, and rock climb, you would actually only need Bidoof in here.
Dodge the one guy that's funny. Yep, snowy part. Where you have to go up and down a bunch.
Up and down and all around.
That's seriously what this is. There's just a bunch of fucking caves, and there's a bunch of other paths. See, you need some strength.
I said, I believe you just need strength, rock, smash,
If you, depending on the fucking cave you end up in, if you were...
I'll push it one more.
Ah, that seems to be an out. God damn
Wah,
it.
wah.
I think this is the cave I need. This looks alright. This looks alright. Let's just battle for... Depending on the caves you end up in here, there's a lot of Mount Coronet that requires fucking defog. I like the HM change, and back while we're rambling about just stuff, because it was on my mind and we didn't fully talk about it, back in the day, everyone playing Pokemon was like, oh my god, the EXP share being a hold item is so terrible, it's so hard to level up things. HMs are terrible, they should remove those or make them a non-issue. And then people, you know what, the more I think about it, it's actually cool the way HMs work. Because HMs mean you have to, like, properly plan things, and the EXP share also means you have to properly work at leveling up a Pokemon. You don't get instant gratification.
I've been saying this for years. People complain that they want something changed. When they finally get the change, they want you to go back to the other thing.
People are now nostalgic for the old terrible way HMs work and the EXP share, but the EXP share has become a dick measuring contest of people basically it's become a fucking dick measuring contest of people basically acting like having to basically math out your team is basically a big dick energy move, where because you have to strategically math out leveling up Pokemon, that your ability to level up Pokemon means you're the biggest dick motherfucker because you were able to arbitrarily math out a good team. And that is the dumbest shit in the world to me. Because I'm sorry, leveling up my team in an RPG should not be a math problem. Especially since a lot of you fuckers complained that back in the day that it was so bad.
Because it was. It was padding. It was, and will forever be padding, because here's a controversial take. I think RPGs restricting experience to the characters or whatever that are in the battle is an outdated design method and was only done for artificial difficulty to make the games artificially take longer, and was also technical limits of the machines couldn't calculate, giving experience to characters that aren't in the currently in the battle. So it is literally outdated on all fronts. That is the two reasons for it, and that is why RPGs have started to slowly go away from that.
Yes, but now we're in just this fucking ridiculous world where all of a sudden it has to be a dick measuring contest that you were a real man, and that the Pokemon game is instant gratification because you can have a Magikarp in the back of your team and level it up without ever fighting, and you get the undeserved Gyarados that you sweep through the entire game with. Kids today don't deserve that Gyarados. I'm sorry, you just, you come off as angry old farts.
Because that's what it is. It is and will always be angry old men upset they didn't have these conveniences when they were children. So then, instead of accepting a change, they dig their heels in the ground and act like it's the children who are wrong.
Is it my fault? No, it's the children who are wrong.
Yes, that. It is exactly that.
Hold on. That's just way better. Forgot to buy more antidotes. But...
And we have like 26 of the full heals. No, it's so... Throw a regular potion at that. You can throw like 2 or 3 regular potions at that. Be a stingy motherfucker.
You're right. To me, it really does turn into old man yells at cloud.
That's what it exactly is.
Hold on. Just gonna completely clear out my path here. So I can just... Oh, that's a higher up. Oh, I remember this. You go down, you go up, and you go down, you go...
Up and down and all around.
I hate this cave. We should pop up I'm right, we should pop up at the bottom. Yep. Where we needed to be. Ignoring that other surfing path because the Team Galactic Grunts are here, so that means we're right where...
And like, I find it funny that like the experience share is such a sticking point for Pokemon because several other like RPGs have like several.
Damn it! Didn't mean to do that. Damn it!
Hey, we have bullshit friendship powers.
That was me, miss.
We could. You could risk staying in and clicking flamethrower to see if we get a turn. One.
I'm just gonna do this. If it goes for psychic, I'm immune to psychic damage, and it would never. Oh, funny. That's fine. Safeguard stops them from getting statuses, but I wasn't trying to status you. Let's just use an awakening after this. That was me misclicking, but the fucking Bronzong still took half from the Mach Punch.
It's because Mach Punch is power 40.
Uh-oh.
The only reason it lived.
This is fine. I just click this, and I win. That's the claim now. You're not leaving this.
I find it funny.
Oh, basically.
I find it funny that, you know, Polygon is sort of the only series, like, sort of the only RPG series that still didn't do that. It's like, several other RPG series have moved on to doing this and no one can complain. I know it's not, like, exactly the same, but, like, in the PS1 Final Fantasies, when you would get a new party member, their starting level would be, like, brought up.
And even then, remember, they would gain a little bit of experience if they're just off. Like, if they're not in your team, they are gaining. Because it fixes the problem. But now, with the fucking Pokemon and people looking back and having this, oh, just too easy mentality, people are in this...
The problem is, why aren't people complaining that makes other games too easy? Because I am pretty sure S&T has either been doing that since the fucking start, because of the way your demon stock works, or they've been doing that since, like, 3 or 4, and no one's complained that makes S&T too easy.
Just do a safe knockoff. But, yep. That basically forced that thing into... it really does come off to me as just angry old men, because that's what you are. It's not some badge of honor to say that you played Pokemon and had to deal with the terrible EXP share, but people have to treat it like, oh, these damn kids with their instant gratification.
One thing is, I am trying to think of another RPG that does that off the top of my head, but I actually can't think of one just because of how common it's become. It's like one of those, it's weirder when I realize a game doesn't do that now, because most people have realized that just saves time.
Mm-hmm. I guess I can use one flamethrower. Speaking of, like, just padding and wasting fucking time, this just fucking gauntlet through here.
Yes. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Oof.
We have achieved maximum Anga. Damn it, if only that thing took neutral flying.
Brave Bird is a good move, but it has some risks. Because you take...
That's what the potions are for.
That's... yeah, basically.
That's what the potions are for, or we drop one of its moves for Roost.
Oh, in a casual playthrough, we can spam and use...
A Glameow.
Casual playthrough, we can spam and use potions and shit if we really want to. But this is one of the few times I might just click close combat. Ah, on tempo.
Wait, I think that's its hidden.
Hold on. I'm clicking buttons. Oh, yes. So many buttons.
Big buttons.
This bird has fighting damage.
It was like one of the first big important things to get close combat as a coverage move.
It's time for the question of the day, my overall thoughts on the topic. So anyway, because we were talking about that one sort of contention point in this fan base, how do you feel about Pokemon fans somewhat hypocritically flip-flopping and going back and forth on certain issues? This can also apply to other fan bases, but there was this huge nostalgia wave of people that started acting super elitist and going, you know what, in hindsight, HMs are good because HMs actually require you to think about team composition and you need to plan out your experience versus a forced experience share giving experience to undeserving Pokemon, and without the limitations of HMs, it basically means you no longer have to plan a team out perfectly, and a lot of people started saying that means the older Pokemon games are better because the older Pokemon games force you to think about things versus instant gratification. But I would argue there is no instant gratification. They just made the game less obtuse, but all of a sudden you're nostalgic for an era of Pokemon that you used to bitch about being bad, but now that's a fucking problem. There was also a sect of people that did this annoying thing that said HMs made you become more attached to your Pokemon because it was your team helping you out versus some random Bidoof that shows up and smashes a rock. But let's be real here, none of you used HMs on your main Pokemon unless you were a stupid child. You would always create an HM mule and give it a ton of HMs, and this used to be seen as a universally agreed upon bit of terrible game design, but now people are nostalgic for bad game design because fucking elitists need to jerk off the fact that this bad arcane game design that's super antiquated was somehow more challenging, and that you're more of an intellectual if you can beat an older Pokemon game that requires you to build a team around HMs, even though you didn't build your team around HMs. Normally, you would just have your HM mule because you would want to use other Pokemon, but you know, nostalgia is a fucking bitch, I guess, and I want this sort of ramble to basically be this question: do you agree that this is kind of ridiculous, and how do you feel about this fan base flip-flopping? But anyway, I need to stop rambling. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shield for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.